Hello everyone, welcome to our new series, English for Teacher. If you have ever wanted to use more English in your classroom, but you didn't know where to start, the series is for you. We learn practical classroom English expression that you can use every day in your classroom, not difficult English, but simple, clear and useful English that can help your student to learn better. Let's begin. Many teachers tell themselves, my English isn't perfect. My student won't understand. I have to translate everything. If you have had these thoughts, you are not alone. Many teachers feel this way. Here is something important to remember. Your students don't need perfect English. They need clear English. Teacher English is different from everyday English or general English. General English is the language we use in everyday conversation, especially for sharing information. Teacher English is the language we use for managing our classroom and supporting our learners. Here is the example expression. Open your books. Walk with your partner. Let's check your answer. And you will notice teacher English are simple, clear, and short. They should be useful for our students. What is TETE? Teaching English through English. It simply means using English as a tool to teach English or using English as a tool to teach the lesson. It doesn't mean speaking too fast, using difficult vocabulary, or speaking like a native speaker. Instead, use English that your student can understand. Simple English is often the most effective English for our students. The question is, how should we use English in our classroom? Should we translate first? We shouldn't rely on translation first. We should use English as much as possible with the support of gesture, pictures, and demonstration. In some cases, we can use our first language as a support for English. One student can see what we mean, they can understand easily. In some cases, action can be more powerful than translation. Some teacher ask me, should we use English all the time in our classroom, or should we avoid our first language completely in our classroom? The answer is we should use English as much as possible. If we are using little English and only relying on translation, it can help our learner to improve their English skill. And if we are using too much English, the student can be lost. So, start with simple classroom expression. As our students become more confident, we can gradually increase the amount of English or the level of English we use. Now, let's learn 5 simple classroom expressions you can start using tomorrow. I think some of you have already known this expression. These are short, natural, and useful in almost every lesson. Let's get started. The first expression is, let me show you. The meaning is, I will demonstrate this. We use this expression before demonstrating an activity. The pronunciation is, let me show you. Let me show you. Can you repeat after me? Let me show you. Good. Instead of giving a long explanation, simply say, let me show you, and model the text. The student can easily understand what you want them to do. When you are using this expression, you can use your hand. For example, let me show you. Listen carefully. You can use this expression before giving important instruction or before a listening activity. It's mean to pay close attention. You can see the pronunciation here. Listen carefully. Can you say it? Listen carefully. It can help the student stop, focus, and pay attention. You can also make a pause for a second after saying listen carefully to make sure everyone is listening to you. This time, I'll explain another way. The meaning is I will try a different method because sometimes, even though the teacher already explained, the students they look confused. At the time, we can use this expression, I'll explain another way. Can you say it? I'll explain another way. I'll explain another way. Good. Don't worry if your student look confused. We can try another way. Instead of saying the same way, we should try the different way because good teachers are flexible. If you want to know your student understanding, you normally ask, do you understand, right? This time, try to use this expression. Does that make sense? Can you say it? Does that make sense? That's me. Do you understand? After explaining something, we can ask, does that make sense? After that, we should give our student a moment to think and to respond. Remember, don't answer the question yourself immediately. We should give our student the time to process our explanation. The last chunk for today is take your time. Not every student thinks at the same speed. This expression, take your time, can encourage the student to think and reduce their stress or pressure. The meaning is, it's okay to take the time before answering, don't rush. We can create a relaxed classroom by using this expression, take your time. Here is your challenge. Please try to use 3 expressions in your next lesson. Let me show you. Does that make sense? Take your time. Remember, small changes lead to better teaching. Let's finish with one important message. Don't try to speak perfect English. Try to make your message clear. Every lesson is an opportunity to give your student a meaningful English input. Start small, be consistent. Thank you for joining today. I hope you enjoy my video. See you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.